What is up, YouTube and all my fish keeping friends? How is everybody doing out there in fish tank land? I hope you guys are enjoying your Sunday afternoon. As you can see, I didn't have a scheduled event today. I'm playing with all of my computers, trying to take everything apart and playing Legos with my computers lately. So I've been up very late doing that. So I just woke up a minute ago, to be completely honest. I just woke up. So I'm drinking my coffee, and I'm here because I told myself I could just say, no, I'm not going to do my stream. You know, nothing's ready. I haven't eaten. The house is a mess. I'm not going to stream. The camera's not even where it's supposed to be. And I don't even know if I'm on autofocus or not. Am I on autofocus? Ugh, I am, and I don't want to be. 1 second. How are you guys doing? Let me get to this chat real quick. There we go. I don't like autofocus. Not when I'm streaming. I'm going to stay in this spot and it'll be good. Alright, you guys. I'm here. I'm awake. Let me get to the chat because that's the important stuff. I'm just going to chill with you guys today. I'm really honestly just trying to get ready for Aquashella. It's a big thing for me. You know, this is almost a 7-day, I'm calling it a tour because I'm doing a lot of stuff, cramming a lot of stuff into it. I don't want to cram too much that I'm not having fun, though. You know, some people go on a vacation, and they have so many things planned for their vacation, all these different reservations and stuff. And I see it because of my business, too. And you see people get to the point where, they don't even have fun on their vacations because they're spending so much time just, planning and trying to get here and trying to get there. And it's like you're trying to go to work everywhere. You're trying to not be late all day long, and then it's not fun anymore. Anyways... Pardon me, I'm still getting over a cold. So I had a cold last week, and that kept me from doing some work. So I have been laying low for the last week on that, trying to do computer work for other people and for me. But then the other day, you guys know that my monitor went out. So let me check out the chat real quick. Oddball, how are you? I'm ready. I'm alive. Tiffany White, Jesse's up in here. Let's see, King and Queen Cichlids, how are you? I'm sorry, I'm all this is what I'm like right out of bed. My nose is still all probably got stuff in there. Ugh. Dan Slee, what is up, man? So I've redone all my computers, pretty much all of my computers. My dad's up in here. How are you, Dad? I'm half awake. I'm late to my stream today. I stayed up all night tearing apart computers and playing with stuff. So in the end, I took one of my desktops and I completely redid it, restored the computer completely to factory condition, reinstalled the software applications that I use on it, and then I have two laptops that I ended up playing with, and I tore all the parts. They're both almost the same make and model, so I could definitely use the same RAM and same hard drive. Hard drive's not a problem, and other components and keyboard and stuff like that. So I went ahead and I took apart two laptops basically and put them together to make one. So I have a quad core 16 gig laptop, which is enough to get me around. I'll be able to use that for doing some computer work while I'm on the trip, maybe live streaming from it. And if I do that, then I can use this Sony here as my webcam while I'm streaming there, or at Aquashella even. I could do a live stream with my camera. And I'd like to do that to show other content creators how I do it. To show them how I run my rig, so just pass it on, you know. Anyways, I'm hungry, you guys. I am really hungry. I know I have to eat or I'm not okay. I have I don't know if it's anemic or what, but I have to get my protein in. So it's usually eggs and meat in the morning. Science Gal Aquatics, how are you? I'm trying to study this chat. I promise you guys. My goal is to just get good at just not missing things. Everybody's always like, you missed this, you missed that. I know I missed. I thought I missed. Oh, never mind. Anyways, I am ready for this trip though. The plan is trying to get some content together and ready. But I don't know. Right now it's about survival until I go, making sure that my bills are paid until then. So there is that. So right now. Okay, so the other day I lost my monitor. I had a cup of coffee, I had the same thing right here, and I knocked it over, my little fancy Yeti thing, and I knocked it over, but I knocked it this way towards me. It went mostly on the floor, but it still got all over the table, was going towards the keyboards and stuff. I took my mouse and I chucked my mouse back into the corner of the desk back here underneath the monitor, and I pushed all the keyboards back and stuff. But when I chucked that monitor back that way, when I chucked this mouse, I hit the right corner of my screen. Hit the right corner of the screen, so the screen is gone, dead. And so I'm borrowing a friend's monitor. He's like, "Oh, we got a monitor at the shop. You can use it, whatever, you know." So it's a big monitor. It's like 42 inches. And I put it on here, and I was excited because it just fits without, it's like rubbing my computer. It's massive. But it's damaged. So it works, but it's doing this weird stuff. It's flickering, and there's a burned out spot on the corner of it. But I'm using it for this live stream, and then immediately after this live stream, I'm unplugging it, taking it off of the wall mount, and it's going back to my friends. I don't want to deal with it. It's broken, and it's a pain. I'm not going to edit on a machine that looks like that and is like doing weird. It's kind of pulsating a little bit, but it's great. I can watch OBS still. Anyways, just everything seems to be falling apart and breaking right now, and I'm trying to just not do too much because everything I seem to touch right now, I'm having one of those times. Everything I touch breaks. I was successful with the laptop. I guess it's not that bad. Amber is asking Haley if she's ready for the trip. What? How many people in here are ready for the trip? Amber, Haley, Tiffany, White, Carrie. Who else is up in here that's gonna be there? Me. Anyways, it'll be fun. So I didn't plan this stream. I didn't really have a subject. Like I said, I was just grinding away yesterday. I didn't make my thumbnail last night. I thought I was going to get up on time, and I don't know what I did. I was this place is like, it's like a casino. My apartment's like a casino. I keep it so locked up, and I keep this at 72 degrees for the fish, for the shrimp, that like I just slept right through the morning. I looked at the clock, and it was 12:30. I jumped up. I've only been up for a half an hour. Just ran around. I thought maybe I was going to make some eggs in time, but I wasn't going to get to them. We could have live streamed like cooking in the kitchen. SC Fish Keeping, how are you? Welcome to the stream. Just watching the chat. Sorry, you guys. I'm not trying to be too quiet about it. I'm just hanging out. I can throw my stuff up here. We got Aquashella there. We got Aquashella, bam, up there. Zach will be there as well. So there's another one. We got about 6 people in here that are gonna be at Aquashella. That's cool. Anyways, so I'm just trying to get my tanks prepared, and I'm trying to getting all my light timers brought down a little lower because I have a friend that's going to be watching my tanks, and she's shorter, and I just want to make sure that she doesn't have to, if she does have to deal with the light timers, that she can reach all of them, and it's just simple. I just have I have 2 light timers that are the dial timers, and we've had about 8 power outages last week. I had a power outage yesterday while I was at work. For about 3 hours we lost power. So there's that. There's a hang on the back filter that I have that always loses its prime when the power goes out on my black water tank behind me. So I'm going to go ahead and just turn that off, take that off, and I'm going to add a sponge filter to that aquarium for while I'm gone. Sorry, you guys. I'm getting it all out now, you know. From having the cold, it's like now just blowing my nose and coughing a lot. Just get the rest of it out. Yeah, Dad, you need to organize. You need Aquashella. There's Aquashella in Texas, which isn't bad. Amber likes to road trip it. She likes to drive. She hates flying, but I like to get there fast, and I'm kind of narcoleptic when I drive. If you put me behind the wheel on an interstate and I have not had an energy drink and I'm all hyped up, driving the interstate just is like reading a book for me. It will put me to sleep. I have fallen asleep on the interstate multiple times, and luckily I was very, very safe. And I just try not to do it if I don't have to. I'm not into the cross country road tripping it, you know, driving for 4 hours straight, staring at lines and listening to boom, 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 because that sound of like the highway and those lines, it's almost like a heartbeat, and it's like being back in the womb for me, and I'm just like, it's out. Oh hey, oh yeah, I'm driving a car. Oh yeah. That scares him. Nobody in this chat will get in a car with me now if I'm behind the wheel. That's fine. I don't have to drive anywhere. D, I totally missed your stream. I'm so sorry. Because I was asleep. I'm awake now. But the let's see. What was I seeing in the chat? But all these power outages, right? So now I'm gonna have to take off the hang on the back, and I'll just put a sponge filter on that, and then so that tank will be fine. I'm just kind of like lining up all my tanks. Listen to Amber, yeah, she's hardcore. But yeah, Dad, we got. Well, I'm all over the place here. I went back from that and that. Anyways, all these tanks, everything's gonna be kind of settled and in a place where I can, you know, all the foods will be labeled. I got to do that this week and get it just right. I had someone else that was going to watch my tanks. An ex significant other. She's not very significant at all, for sure now. But we had a deal. You watch the dog. I think I even talked about that in my chat a few times, that there was this verbal agreement. You watch the dog, I'll watch the fish. And all I'm going to say about is that I went to say, hey, you know, I'm going to be leaving in a couple of weeks. Everything's cool, right? And she's like, who are you? Why do you talk to me? We broke up. I don't know you. She just played completely dumb. I'm like, okay, I'll find somebody else to deal with all my loved ones, because I don't want her touching them. Not at this point. Jen Stradrin, how are you? How are you? Welcome to the stream. It's good to see you here. One of my patrons. William Jansen, one of my patrons as well. So nice to have you guys hanging out with me. I feel like really bad today that I'm just like half awake and just here, but I figure it's anytime that I don't have a subject matter, it's just a good chance for me to just focus on the chat and hang out with you guys, because I can be bad at that. So I just figure I just hang out, enjoy the chat, answer some questions. We can talk about Aquashella and some of these other events. But back to my father on that one too, though. Like, we'll gotta make this happen. There's a camping trip happening this weekend that's kind of a fish fam camping trip. It's going on this weekend in Yellowstone, and that's pretty cool. Like, I'm not going to that. It's just gonna be like 5 or 6 people, just some hardcore, you know, friends, and everybody's gonna be doing that. So a lot of those people are not in the stream right now, because in the chat, because they are in the middle of the woods, or they got cabins. Like, they actually got cabins or something like that, which is probably something that's something my father would want to do, is a cabin, anyways, at his age now. But I'm all about tinting it. I'm all about roughing it still. Yeah, William, that is the goal. You're exactly right. We've been talking about that already, myself with other people, is we got, oh, this is what I'm doing wrong. I'm in the wrong, ugh, there you guys go. Let's just get out of that, because I don't need to be there for now. There we go. I was trying to show you guys that, but I didn't complete the transition because I'm half awake and I don't know what I'm doing right now. Anyways. So we got Aquashella on the screen, all the fun stuff. Anyways, but there's a camping trip going on, that kind of stuff. But Aquashella in Dallas, I think we might be doing Aquashella in Vegas eventually, probably this next year. I'm hoping that happens. I'm pumped. I'm pushing for that myself. So we'll see about that. That would be really close to my father. He could do Aquashella Vegas. I mean, did I say Dallas again? I need to. Yeah, I'm not awake. I do have a private fortress here. Are you talking about me or somebody else? If she's her tent, but my house is a private fortress. I keep myself. I'm locked down between 2 doors. I have security cameras. Pretty well locked up in here. I like it that way. But it's also like I was in a vault this morning. I can't see any daylight when it's in here sealed up. and I can't see, and I keep it 72 degrees, so I have no idea, and I just can't. I have steel walls. My house is, I live in a warehouse, so my walls are steel, and so it cuts out a lot of noise, really, that and the insulation. My walls are like 2 feet thick because it's a warehouse, insulated warehouse walls. So I have no idea what time it is in here. Like I said, it's like being in a casino when I'm in my place, and if I haven't had enough. Thanks, Amber. Yeah, I know. We're here. Here we go. I'm working on it. I'm just happy to be able to go to Aquashella. I think that's my big thing in my head. I will be able to relax once I'm there. Right now, there's like all this stress. Like it's a week away, and there's all these things that I want to have ready in the house. And leave all these fish alone. You know, or not be completely alone, but there's that, and then making sure all the bills are paid because it's right at the end of the month, and then I'm coming back for a second, and then we're right back to New Jersey. You know, like 3 weeks later. Not even. Oh, it's the 18th, 17th, and 18th, or what is it? Anyways. So I got to come back, and I don't know what's going to happen to me those 2-3 weeks in between. I'm going to have to work really hard, like a lot of hard work here, and that's going to keep me from YouTube, I'll be honest. It is. I see it already, but I'm going to get to go to these events, though. But I know my channel will suffer a little bit. Probably. We'll see. I'm trying not to make that happen. I think right now I'm just bummed because of this monitor. That was a setback the other day, but it's just a monitor, and that's one reason why I set up the laptop and got the other computer completely like restored and refreshed so that I can do work on these other devices if I have to. So that's the end situation is I just have to just bite the bullet and have to edit on other machines that aren't as fast and all that. Or just, I'm also working on, it's just the idea of doing what some of my friends do. I have other friends in the hobby that literally just run and gun it and live stream and don't even edit, but just put it together well and well thought out and keep it a short 10 or 15 minutes and in and out of there. And it'd be fun to play around with some of these different formats while I'm kind of stuck with a phone and a slow laptop to edit. Because this desktop that I'm watching the stream on, when I'm watching the chat on, I already know. I've tried to edit on it. It cannot take the software that I use to edit. If I pull in a piece of high definition footage into it, the whole computer just freezes up. But about a year ago, I invested in this very expensive. I got it for $1,000 because it was a hand-me-down from another cinematographer out of the Big Island of St. Thomas, and he gave it to me. I feel like he gave it to me because it's a really expensive, but he sold it to me for $1,000. But this computer is bigger than my monitor right now. It's a massive beast over here. It almost takes 2 people to pick up the computer. It has handles on it to lug it around like a power supply. Anyways, King and Queen Scott, thank you for the $10 super chat. It's really awesome to see that you will be making it to Aquashella. I met you briefly at the Aquatic Experience in 2018, I believe it was, but it'd be nice to chat a little bit more. I think there was just a lot going on. There's always a lot going on at these events, but my goal this time around is to get the footage I want to get the interviews I want to get, and try to do it like I'm going to school. I'm going to go there and get that stuff early, get it done, get it checked off my list, and then I just want to hang out with my fish nerd friends and not think about filming or anything. I want to do that part and then chill. I want to have some good times because being on this little island, I don't get to go to fish club meetings on a regular basis. I have one lady here. She's a retired. She's not in the chat today. She's a retired park ranger, and she keeps the local wild guppies at her house. And she's always come to me for support in that, and I've donated her plants and stuff and she just keeps them to eat mosquitoes outside of her house. She just eats them, she keeps them like mosquito fish, just for that reason. Tiffany White, thank you for the $20 super chat. I appreciate that so much. Thank you. And meds for me. I'm gonna be juicing up a bunch of vitamin C, and I'm gonna be taking a bunch of vitamins. I have been working out. I've lost 30 pounds since the new year, which is a lot of weight for someone like me, because I was starting out at I was at like 180, and I've always weighed 155 or something like that since I was like 15 years old. So I've been slowly burning off all this extra dead weight that I knew didn't need to be here, and it was pretty much all settling right here in the belly. So I'm really excited to have I pretty much got my six-pack back. I can see the muscles a little bit. Which, I mean, I don't know. I just was always lean growing up, and then I got comfortable in a not healthy relationship for 3 years, and I ate a lot, and wasn't very active or didn't and you get to getting into your late 30s, and your body just holds its fat. Thank you for the $20 super chat as well, and the meds. Yeah, like I said, I'm gonna be juicing up on like vitamins and stuff like that. I've already been doing that. I mean, I do take stuff regularly, but like vitamin C and stuff, just to build up my immune system a little bit, because it is that time of the year, and there's going to be so many people with colds just coughing and breathing on you, want to take pictures with you and shake your hand and touch you. Oh boy. And I'm just going to want to wear a mask the whole time. You can't do that. I mean, you could. I do that stuff in China and Japan, but you went to a convention in China, Japan, half the people would be wearing masks probably. But yeah, there's definitely that potential of getting a cold when you're at a big convention with thousands of people, and lots of them have colds and are breathing it in the same room. Honey and water. I like spicy stuff. Cayenne, honey, ginger, lemon, citrus, stuff like that. I even do like a nice chicken soup and do all that. I like to put lime juice though in my chicken soup, like afterwards. Cayenne and lime juice after the chicken soup's been made. Like when I make my bowl, I sprinkle a little cayenne on top and a little bit of lime, and that's medicinal to me. I'm doing that medicinally. And that, like when I have a cold, if I have a bowl or two of that, I'm start sweating and blowing my nose and coughing stuff up, and then I go take a nap and I wake up and I feel a little bit better. It slowly kills it. Trying to Aqua Balls, how are you, sir? Good to see you here. Once again, I just want to say thank you for y'all hanging out and enjoying this, just chilling out with me for a little bit on a Sunday afternoon. I am a little late today, and I didn't have really like a subject. It's just too close to Aquashella and everything's going on. I should be a little bit more focused. I was trying to be, like I said, and then this monitor thing happened, and then I'm just like, whatever. I have a week. We'll get through it. Oh, I don't know. But there's a lot of fish store tours. So the plan is really crazy for me. I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be starting out in Indiana. We're gonna do Lucas Brett's, and then Haley's Fish Room. I think I'm gonna see Haley's Fish Room first, maybe, and then Lucas Brett's house. I'm going to see his fish house, and then we're going to drive to Chicago. Pretty much, I'm going to see the fish tube booth. We're going to hang for a minute there at drop everything off at the hotel, hang at the convention hall for a minute, help set up, help kind of touch base with people, say hi to everybody, hug, shake hands, and then I have to get out the door again, and I have to make my way to Milwaukee, Wisconsin to see Freshwater Exotics, which is a fish company, a fish farm and a fish importer. It's a fish facility. It's a pretty large facility, and they import stuff from South America and stuff like that. And they've invited me to come check out their fish room, and they're close enough that it's hard to say no. So it's about an hour and a half drive away, and it's going to try to wait for rush hour to be over kind of thing, and then go and try to get back before it's too late, because that could be a real late thing. Those fish room tours end up being late things sometimes, midnight, 1 in the morning. But I'd like to be in my hotel room and be sleeping before that. So we're gonna hit Milwaukee, Wisconsin just for 3 hours, film the tour, and then we're back to the convention center to sleep and wake up for the next morning. And start Aquashella day 1 on Saturday morning, which is going to be epic. Like, epic, epic, epic. If you haven't seen some of Rob's stuff, he's totally pumped, and he gets me pumped because if you watch some of the videos from Dallas, Aquashella, we are going to have fun with the people. That's part of what I love about Aquashella is us as the content creators there. A lot of these people know us. Some of them don't, but a lot of them do. And they're in line outside going to be waiting, and we're going to actually be able to go out in the morning like we did at Dallas and go greet everybody, say hi to people in the lines, walk down the lines and talk to people. We're going to be doing the sumo wrestling out there in front of everybody, kind of get the crowd pumped up and get them something to do while they're waiting in the line because, Dallas had like 1,000 people. Look, it was like 400, 500, 600 people at least, like in line at one point, just out to the street in the cold. We were giving out free coffee, and we had a bunch of coffee from our booth left over, Dunkin' Donuts coffee, and we just went out to the line. And I think it was Taylor and Kasha and Taylor and Rob were actually the ones that went out and handed out the coffee. I believe. I'm not sure. Let's see. Haley doesn't know about Haley. Amber, did you tell Haley about Wisconsin? Dropping the ball, Amber. No. I'm sorry. The coffee is still it's finally. I can drink it now. It's not hot and not so hot. Chris, how are you? Welcome to stream. It was nice to meet you at Dallas. Sorry that I won't see you up there in Chicago, but it will be a good thing. Like I was saying, and like William was saying, I definitely am going to need to do take your vitamins, get yourself all, and that goes for everybody. You want to get your immune system up because you're going to be around a lot of people. You're going to be shaking a lot of hands and stuff like that. And then, drink a lot of water, stay hydrated, wear comfortable shoes. These are things that, from my personal experience going to conventions, are really actually very important. The water is going to keep you from losing your voice, from talking to everybody. You get your immune system up so you don't get sick, and you're going to be on your feet all day. So comfortable shoes is definitely important. It was a private there is that, Amber. She's right. She's covering her butt there. But the fish store or the fish facility tour is a private invitation. And it's pretty much just gonna be me going, right? They invited me out to dinner and stuff like that, and I was like, I don't have a car, I'm not alone, and I'd have to have someone else drive me up there and stuff like that. So I kind of finagled that to be able to still do it, but I don't know, Haley. Maybe I can see if. I can go sleep in the hotel and not go. Oh, Haley. Oh, Haley. Oh. We'll talk about it. Don't give me that. She says that. Oh, you guys. HC Aqua, there you go. Throwing out the link to their YouTube channel. Yeah, they've done some Peru expeditions, so they've got footage like I do of going to Peru and collecting fish and stuff, and that's kind of one of the ways that we had linked up was through their YouTube channel, and that our content, we're doing the same stuff. We want to be doing the same stuff, really. They have a YouTube channel as an extra, and it kind of shows off what they sell and stuff. I think the channel is actually it's really nice content, really well edited videos, but I think it's secondary to their business. That's really how this has to be. Anybody who's looking at trying to get rich off of YouTube, stop now, because YouTube is a platform. It's a way to have fun. We can socialize here and have fun, just friends hanging out, and you have a product, then you can sell it on YouTube. But you want to make money, you have to have a business. YouTube, unless you're a gamer, YouTube isn't. They're not gonna. You still gotta sell something. People think they're gonna get rich off of AdSense or something. Especially in this day and age, no sir. Maybe 6 or 7 years ago, and if you were a gamer. Let's see. I'm just Amber. Oh, things are getting. Everybody's getting a little, getting crazy in the chat. A garlic video. That'd be interesting. Sorry, TM Aquatics. You're right too. They haven't done Peru. Not Peru. They're doing Brazil. Brazil is that's where they've been pulling from. But Brazil is a lot tougher on their import export laws and stuff like that. So you can't just go in there and take fish. Like you can go to Peru and you can get a little paper permit, fill it out, and we'll go to the airport and you can take fish through. But Brazil, it's heavily controlled. It's a big deal, and you definitely have to be, you have to have you gotta have to an expediter. You have to have someone with an import license on that side. Your transshipper and stuff like that all lined up. So they have, they've worked with some people, and so they do get stuff from Brazil. And that's where their trips are. Their videos are definitely in Brazil. Thank you for pointing that out, TM Aquatics. Yeah, I did say Peru, but they do the same stuff. They like to get out there, get in a boat, and go play in the rivers. But if you watch their videos, they're like hanging out. They're not actually doing the collecting. The locals are doing the collecting because Brazil's laws are a lot tougher. So they can go out with the collectors, but the collectors are the ones actually netting and catching the fish and taking the fish back to the facility. They could probably get the fish, but they gotta let the handler, the fish collector handler, do all the work, and they just receive the fish in the States in a box kind of thing. But they can be there to watch it and film it. It's interesting how the different countries are with their laws, and I think that's a little bit better. I think there should be a little bit stricter laws with importing fish. You need to protect them a little bit more. Give people a reason to try to breed them in captivity and stop just to keep taking them from the wild. That's one thing that I do believe in. That there's an ethical way to do it. There's best practices that need to be followed. And if there's anything that I can add to the hobby, if it comes to that kind of thing, that's something that I'd really like to be involved in educating people on. Is just best practices on collecting fish and working with these wild species, so you're not just destroying the populations. And Amber would know a lot about that. Wild betta fish are definitely subject to a lot of that, and because they're wild betta fish. Just like my little blue tetras. Nobody cares about them. Like some bland colored wild, betta fish that's like brown. Like, and it's, endangered. She could probably list many names of species right now. And then, but nobody cares about them. Nobody really cares. But some people do want them, and they're just taking them from the wild until there's none left. You're going to color the mohawk. I have to make it a complete mohawk. Ooh, I haven't done any hair. I just put the hat on this morning. But with crazy hair like this, I can do that, and it's not going to look much better anyways. See? I got to tighten it up a little bit, but I figured I'd wait till the last minute to tighten it up. It's not so bad. I don't know. I think I can pull it. I got a long face. And the less hair I have, the better my face looks because it is so long. But the mohawk does make me look a little tall. Make it look a little taller. But that's right out of bed. That's easy. Is that from my hat? It's a red mark from my hat. Am I taking donations for Aquashella swag? No. I would take donations here in the form of super chats or PayPal, which PayPal is always in my description below, and no one ever goes there. But the idea of YouTube getting a bunch of your money, because I'm not going to get it, they're going to get it. And I hate that when I see someone give me a big super chat, it bums me out. And they've got like, YouTube takes like 30% or something crazy like that. Anyways, so I don't know about all that. So, but if you want to, like, I'm not going to be taking donations for Aquashella swag. But I am looking for gas money and the things that I need to make it there. And there's hotels and airplane flights, and that gets crazy expensive. I can't even think about it. The blue tetras will be available, but to be completely honest, because of what they are, they're going to be going through CARES. You'd have to go through the CARES program to get the blue tetras, it's because I'm the only person in the United States that I know of that has these nano blue tetras, the Titacharax tambopatensis. I don't know anybody else besides Dean had 3 or 4 of them because they mostly died in shipping. So Dean had like 3 or 4 left, and he was going to send them to me, and I didn't want 3 or 4 of them. Knowing that now that I know, I probably could have bred from that. I mean, it would have been that's not enough genetics, but I could have bred them probably if there was more than it was both sexes there in that group. But so I do have an adventure fund set up. Listen to Jason with his ideas over here. Adventure fund. I have a Patreon account. And even on my Patreon account right now, I have it set up to try to do a matching for my plane ticket. So I'm trying to create the $300 in funds on that end, and I'm covering the other $300 funds. Basically, either way, I'm using my rent money to go to Aquashella. And when I come back, I'm just going to beg my landlord not to evict me until I can go to work and hustle hard and then bring in the money. Like, it's the off season. I have my landlord I've known for 20 years, so I can I'm planning on being really bad in that respect. So that's kind of what's happening here is I'm going to go either way, because if I didn't, because I'm not going to not go. I'm going. Thanks, Sharpie. Thanks. Oh, boy. I will be going to AE, and that's the other thing. So, like, right now, I'm at a point where, whatever, I'm not going to cry about finances, but I'm going to do that, and then it's so crazy that they're 3 weeks out. We're not going to complain about it. We're all grateful that these events are there, and then we're all going to go to them. That's awesome. But, like, I've got 7 days across 3 states, and then I come back here for 3 weeks, and then we've got the aquatic experience in New Jersey. Yeah, Mike, and I will definitely see you there. Mike, you're going to be at Aquashella. Oh, that's right. You do more. You more do the AE thing, but Aquashella, you like your saltwater stuff too, and Aquashella is going to be. If you're into saltwater, Aquashella definitely is up your alley. You definitely should be there. And because of the way it's more of a festival, a fish festival. There's this one little bit of hair over here that's just stressing me. I'm right out of bed here. Oh boy! All right, let me check out the chat. The chat's starting to move over here. I got people talking amongst themselves and stuffs. Okay, so I guess there's going to be a bar on board the Amber Mobile, which I have planned to set up a full live streaming rig in the back seat. Priscilla, thanks to her, she's awesome. After the hurricanes, she had hooked me up with just a little 300 watt inverter, which is fine for a laptop and like charging and powering up a cell phone, or stuff like that. USB kind of things that are already 12 volts. Priscilla had sent this to me in a care package after the hurricane so that I could charge my laptop and stuff in the car. So I can rig this thing up to power my laptop and keep it running, and to power my camera, and then I can totally tether my phone as my hotspot to my laptop, and I can live stream with this camera in the car on the road between Indiana. I didn't realize we're not traveling that much. We are, but we're not. So like the only time that we will have to live stream is right in between Indiana and Chicago. That little bit of road trip there. What is my dad saying? Put your hat back on, bro. God. He doesn't like the mohawk. Dad doesn't like the mohawk. I can't blame him. It's not even it's got to trim it up a little bit more on the sides to actually go mohawk, full mohawk. This is more of the faux hawk. Ginger Graves, how are you? Welcome to the stream. Good to see you here. I'm not going to say it anymore. I'm going to say it one more time. I'm not going to say it anymore, but thank you for your support about a month or two ago. And I would not have my new rack without your support, and that is looking good in the next room. The lights aren't even on in there yet, but I got 4 more aquariums going in there, and then there's another supporter here in the chat. I won't say their name, but because of them, I have two large Whisper 100s, and I have 16 new air sponges and air lines and gang valves and everything that I need to rig everything up. Joe Hawk. Oh, it's a Joe Hawk. Oh, Sharpie coming out with the good ones there. Oh boy. Happy Sunday. That's Ginger. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday to all the fish fam. We've got the rest of the lineup coming up this evening. Guys, do not forget about all of that. We got Aquafun going on at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You have Suzy Q Aquatics at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then Scott and Liz over there at King and Queen Cichlids at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So don't miss those. Jess, Shrimp Granny, you will be at Aquashella as well. I look forward to seeing you. I'll see you on Friday afternoon for a little bit when we get in. Like I said, we're going to do the come to the event, come to the convention hall to help set up a little bit. Maybe I might help with some lighting and stuff and wiring some stuff up. Just whatever needs to be done. And then quickly get out of there and make our way to this facility. Like, I didn't talk to them about it being more than 2 people, so I don't know. I could talk to them again and see how they feel, because they know that I'm tied to, that I have relations with a lot of other content creators, so they would understand what I'm talking about. But, you tell people you're going to go check out a fish facility, everybody's going to want to go. So I don't know. We'll see if I can get a couple other people that are allowed to come, maybe. I don't know. I'll see if I can get some other passes. I don't know how big their facility is and how many people they want behind their doors at once with cameras, William Jansen, no PayPal in any of your video descriptions. Really? That's actually right. I do not have PayPal in my descriptions because I guess I don't, because it can be a little sketchy. PayPal can be a little sketchy sometimes. It's not the most secure of networks of platforms, really. But my PayPal is my email address. So Love City Productions, Love City Productions was my original. I had a production company that I had created working with musicians, and I used to bring bands down here on tour and tour them through the U.S. Virgin Islands and the British Virgin Islands. And we would go on music tours, and I was the tour manager and the booking agent and all the above, and film it and set the whole thing up. So my email still is lovecityproductions @gmail.com. So that's my PayPal email, lovecityproductions@gmail.com. And that's Love City. So St. John, the U.S. Virgin Islands, we have got a nickname of Love City. We're called Love City because we're the small little island, and we're quaint. We've always been protected as 2/3 national park, so it's stayed pretty pristine over here. So the big islands around us, this is where you come to elope. This is where you come with your girlfriend, your mistress, and come hide out on St. John for the weekend and hide out. So the island has always had the nickname Love City, just the island of love, the lover's island. It's where people come to get married, have weddings on the beaches and stuff like that. So it's Love City is where I live. So Love City Productions, just to really make us a short story long. Oh, Dad, Haley's channel name, you would like her dad. Haley, your dad reminds me of my dad a little bit, just a little bit. They're just, hardcore and out there in the yard fixing things. Haley's channel is Oddball Aquatics. That's Haley right here in the chat. Oddball Aquatics. You can right-click on her name, or you can click on that, and you can see her channel right here from the chat, and sub it even from the chat. But that's Oddball Aquatics, and Haley is has her own fish room. And she also works for Lucas Bretz. And everybody knows this. I'm telling this to my dad. And Lucas Bretz is an award-winning shrimp breeder and just fish breeder. And he has a fish house, which is like 4 fish rooms. And I will be touring both of their fish rooms the beginning of next week. Early next week. Tuesday or Wednesday of next week, right? Wow, it's right around the corner. It's kind of spooky. Jin Stradrin, I want to thank you so much for all of your support. You've been a patron for like since the beginning, and I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. There's a lot of patrons in here. I want to say thank all of you for all your support. Who am I missing in here that I didn't see today? Daryl Deemer. Where is the Deemer? He must be hanging with family. Usually when he's not in chats or streams on a Sunday, it's because he's got a large family and his sisters and stuff like that. He's always like got family stuff going on a Sunday. Chaotic neutral. Huh. So I'm gonna be like planning a special area in my packing and my carry-on with like a foam insulated box for livestock. So I'm gonna be bringing stuff down for Haley and stuff that people might want. Either way, I plan on having a space for livestock for my way down. So I'll be bringing stuff to Chicago. I mean, to Indiana and Chicago, and then all that stuff is gonna be given away. And then, so that cargo space in my carry-on, the insulated cargo area, is going to be empty. And then that'll just be my spot where if I do end up bringing back some fish or plants and stuff like that that needs to be like more temperature controlled, I will have a box within my carry-on for that stuff. So I'm planning ahead for a little bit of livestock space. Haley does not look 80. Oddball Aquatics. Huh? I'm confused now. What do I want to go? What day do I want to? This is when you have to ask Amber, because Amber knows what day. I figured it was going to be Wednesday. I'm not going to pretend like, and yes, because then Amber will get mad, and she'll be like, you're supposed to know, I've told you the full itinerary a whole bunch of times. So I'm just going to play stupid right from the beginning, and just not get myself in trouble. That's possible. We did. We went to Texas Aquatics when we were in Dallas. We did a fish show on Mondays. Okay, so the way this goes is, the way we've been doing this traditionally is the Monday after the convention, whether it be Aquashella, the Aquatic Experience, whatever, the day after, that Monday after that weekend of the convention, we stay for an extra day, and we're doing LFS tours. So we have like 5 or 6 LFS tours on the Monday after Aquashella in Chicago. So we will be hitting up Chicago and doing a list of, now this is a private kind of thing. It's not necessarily private and not trying to keep people out of it, but there's a lot of work that goes into this, because in order for us to come in with cameras and film, we have to get special permissions. Everything has to be organized and scheduled out. What times we're going to be there, how many people are coming, how many cameras are going to be rolling, what are our channels, what are we doing, who are we exactly. They want to know everything, or they're not going to let us in. I mean, we could come in as customers, but we cannot film or do anything like that. So we've got it pretty well lined up, and I don't know what the number is of the group, or if it's all topped out on that, but I'm just looking to go. I'm just going. I know nothing, but I'm going. That's how I'm playing it right now, because I really am kind of trying to stay out of the loop a little bit and just going to go with the flow and enjoy it. But there will be those LFS tours. But yes, to answer that again, the Sunfish, we did do Texas Aquatics. I actually, I didn't film Texas Aquatics, but all of the fish store tours in Dallas, I did photography and put that on Instagram. As we hit those stores, I tagged those stores and everybody that I was with. We had Zach from SC Fish Keeping was on that one. Chung from the Water Box, Amber, Priscilla. Who else was there with us that day? But we're just trying to make it's slowly become like a routine thing here, part of our schedule. Oop. And we'll just see how that one goes. But yeah, Texas Aquatics was not bad. That was a good fish store. Wasn't Texas Aquatics, that was the little one in that little mall, in that strip mall? The one that had the snail tank in the back? I don't know. But I do remember going to it. I know I went to Texas Aquatics when we were at Dallas. I know they're gonna do probably Dallas again because Fritz Aquatics, which is one of the major sponsors, Fritz Mardell's home base headquarters is in Dallas, and that's the reason why it has been in Dallas in the first place. But I just want Vegas. I think Vegas is such a better venue. Sharpies, thank you for putting that up there. I appreciate that. I never really ever thought to put PayPal up there, but it's just nobody gets. And if you do it as a friends and fam, like nobody's getting a cut. There's something big about that. Like YouTube makes a lot of money off of me already. I give them they make a lot of money off of advertising off of me already. I feel like I'm fine with that. I don't feel like I'm like hurting them. Sure, they wouldn't like to think that people are doing that, but a lot of these smaller channels are going with their PayPal because it does not, there's no cut, and plus you have to get to that point to get super chats and stuff. It takes a long time these days now. They're making it harder and harder. So Sharpie put out the Love City Productions with an S in the end at gmail.com. Yeah, there is that. Right now I'm just trying to pay my rent. I just don't care. I feel like I'm in my 20s and I'm trying to go to a Dead concert and I'm just like, woo! I'm hitchhiking down the highway to go to, and like begging for tickets on the highway to go to a Dead show. That's kind of what I feel like I'm doing. I guess my point is I feel like I'm being a little irresponsible about it, because it's like if I were completely responsible, I would, well, if I'm completely responsible, I'd have a stockpile of, I'd have some money saved up to do this, but I wouldn't go because, rent's going to come first and the electric bill's got to come first. At this point, the electric bill comes first to keep the fish lights on. But, what is Top Chat? It's like the second time I've ever heard about Top Chat, and I don't know what that is. I have no idea. I thought that was more like a Twitch thing or something. I don't know. Anyways. Yeah, Vegas is not bad. It's just like a perfect location. Aqua Balls. Vegas is like a perfect spot for conventions. And there's all the food you could ever imagine. You just walk down the strip, you got everything you could ever want to eat. And if it's a decent hotel, like you're gonna have 4 or 5 restaurants in your hotel. Whose betas? Oh, we don't want to talk about the betas. You're talking about Aquatic Experience and the betas of the Aquatic Experience. We don't need to go back to that. We just hope that people will learn. The goal is that next time is to educate people and hope that they learn, and that next time it won't be like that anywhere you go. I don't know. I think when people at conventions, betas definitely do not get the same respect sometimes. People, a lot of times, especially if it's more of a commercial event and corporate, they just throw the betas out there in cups and they let them freeze in the air-conditioned convention hall and stuff like that. But there's definitely, I think people are getting a little bit more educated as we go along here in these conventions. They're not going to, stuff can't fly. When you have educated consumers that are coming into these events, they see that, you gotta be by the book when you do these things. Because you're gonna get lit on fire if you don't. Let's see, JH, you are on Top Chat, Live Chat, Limited Chat View. I don't know what this is. I have no idea. You are on Top Chat, Live Chat. I don't know what those are, and I don't know what Limited Chat View is either. Am I confused? Am I missing something? But William Jensen, thank you for being a patron, and thank you for the $20. And I can't get that right ever. That's like Danish, isn't that? Or I'm supposed to know this one by now. I thought that was like Danish money, right? Or Netherlands or something like that. Let's see. Oh, you guys are talking about stuff I don't understand. I don't know. What? Linked friends? I'm lost. Deanna Somerville, I gotta give you a call. How are you? Good to see you in the chat, Deanna. Yeah, I didn't put out an event. I was up all night fixing computers because I've had computer problems, and that's been like distracting me. That and working some labor. I built a fence yesterday because I'm trying to make the money to pay the bills so that I can do this. and my day job, I was laid off for the last 2 months for these 2 months for the off season. So I'm just scrambling to do some other work. But Deanna, yeah, I went late today, kind of not late, but didn't set up an event, so there was no notifications on it really either. So, but Deanna Somerville, I'm putting her on the spot right now. Well, we still gonna need to talk about everything, but I've been planning on her being the one to sprinkle some fish food and watch my tanks while I'm gone. And as I was telling everybody else in the chat from earlier, Deanna, the biggest thing is I need to get these light timers down from up high where I keep them to keep them safe from water damage, but I need to bring them down a little bit lower for you, because normally all you'd have to worry about is just sprinkling some fish food literally, and some of my tanks I would say just don't even feed them while I'm gone because they'll be happier that way or something, but all these power outages that we're having is making me rethink this. I want to make sure that it's not a problem for you to like play around with light timers, because I have 2 dial timers that when the power goes out, they're going to be off by 3 hours now, and they got to get spun back and set right again, and you wouldn't be able to reach and you'd have to get on a ladder to get to where they are. I can reach back and I just spin them, and I don't really think about it, but I don't want to make you have to deal with that. So I got to get this room kind of organized and label a bunch of fish foods for you, and then I would literally have you over and let you do a walkthrough, and I'll just wait to even feed, and I'll feed with you once and just show you what I do. But everything's pretty easy. I think the only thing that's is my blue tetra fry. That's the only real fish fry that I have that need like a powdered food, and it just needs to be, you just need to be a little, not too much. It's more of a little, just a dash, just like a little haze on the surface of the water, and you're good, and they're happy. Let's see. Jason, I will say thank you for bringing up Patreon, my PayPal, I mean, because PayPal is nice as well. I enjoy my Patreon, and I am starting to have fun with making content for my patrons, because I don't have to do any editing. Like, I like it that way, and I want them to get that from me. I want them to get the raw, uncut, just like a straight-up vlog, uncut. Maybe cut the ends off, but just short, clean it up, and send it out. And that's something that I'm going to try to do more of. Did I miss the super chat? Something? My phone's blowing up. I have to watch my phone these days because I have my moderators sending me stuff. I don't know how to switch my chat from live chat to top chat. And I don't know where I would do that. From my control panel is I'm at 11. It's my stream is I'm at the hour anyways, so I'm not gonna change it. Jason, Sharpie, I hear you. I'm gonna figure it out after this chat. I don't know what I did, and it's this first time because I'm working on this different monitor and I can't even see what's going on. I don't know. I'm gonna take a look and figure that out and see what was going on with that. But I am at my hour anyways, so it's like pouring right now, so I'm expecting the power to go out, because that's what happens when it rains here. Anytime anything gets wet here, the power goes out. That's island life, especially after a battered island after major hurricanes. This is a wounded, scarred place for a long time, and not to be bitter, but it just is. It is. So I'm expecting the power to go out in a minute here. It's pouring outside. It just started to pour. That was too difficult. I still don't know what that means, though. I know you thought that was difficult. You guys got the point across that I set this up wrong, but I don't know the difference. I've never heard of it. I know the difference between top chat and live chat, but I will figure it out. I don't know what I did. I'll figure it out. Sorry, you guys. It's going to be stupid this morning. I'm half awake. It is what it is. But once again, I want to say thank you to all of you out there that have supported me in the last 2 years. Once again, I am celebrating 1 million views, which is pretty cool. It's just a number, just another number, but whatever. Something to celebrate, right? But more than anything, I'm really... to myself, I'm not celebrating that. I'm just celebrating like 2 years of YouTube and community and friendships that I've made. A lot of awesome supporters out there that have supported me along the way with just your motivation or financially, and it really does mean a lot. It's kind of been, I've had some emotional times on YouTube. I still can get emotional, but I remember in the beginning, in the first year and a half or so, like just really getting emotional because of the power of like the community and the energy that's going on here between us as just fish nerds that just have a passion and love fish keeping. It's where this is all coming from in the beginning, and just think it's beautiful. I just think it is. It's a beautiful community, and I'm really happy to be part of it. I'm happy to be part of the fish tube, you know, and it's nice. It's nice. It's just a nice way for us to spread the word a little bit more and say, hey, we're influencers and we are on the YouTube platform, and that's just to the big companies too. It's like, you know, and it's a way for our people, our fans, and our friends that aren't as much content creators to just come and see us. I don't know. This is all just fun. I'm glad to be part of it. I don't know where I'd be right now if I wasn't doing this. Like this, it's just. And I don't, like I said, I like other people have said, people like, how long are you going to do YouTube? How long are you going to do this? And honestly, I will do it as long as it's fun. And that's the way to look at it. Life should be, that's kind of how I look at life. Like trying to live, do a passion project and live my dreams and do what I love for a living. And YouTube is part of that. The hobby is it, but YouTube is an extension of it. And I don't know. It's fun for me. Editing the videos, doing these live streams, all of this stuff I enjoy it. So and I will do it until I don't enjoy it anymore. That's really where it's at. But I'm just happy to be part of this community, of this family, of this group of fish keepers, fish nerds, and hobbyists, and super uber passionate, you know, fish keepers. And we all share everything between each other. That's what I love, is the beauty. I've got to catch this. William Jansen, thank you for the $20 or the 20. You didn't tell me. Did I get what they were again? I want to say what kind of currency it is. But thank you so much for that super chat. I really do appreciate that, William. I appreciate all your support over on Patreon and your motivation, because he's been pushing me on Patreon to just be like, where's the content, bro? And I like that because it lets me know that like people are over there, because sometimes I've done videos over there and YouTube doesn't show you the views. When you post something on another platform, a lot of times those views don't count. So I have a video that I put up there, it still shows 0 views on my YouTube platform on my back end. It says 0 views. But I know that 3 or 4 or 5 people at least on my Patreons, because I only have 17 Patreons, 4 or 5 people have watched it. It's just, but I don't know that they've watched it because it doesn't show it. My point is just I like to see the engagement on that side, and that makes me want to play over there. Like if I know people are over there and they're watching this stuff, I just don't see it unless you guys comment on the video when I post a video on the Patreon side. And William's been doing that, and Caleb's been doing that. Did I miss Caleb Aquatics? Did I see him in here and just totally not say hi to him? Because I see him in like every chat lately. Caleb, how are you, buddy? I didn't say hi to you. Maybe it's because I get weird with that, with like names that I see a lot. They almost just like I scan right by them. I'm so sorry, man. I'm just my eyes suck. Caleb, good to see you here, man. You've been in the chat for like ever. And you guys haven't checked out Caleb Aquatics. He's a new channel. He's got like maybe he's at 6 videos now. But he's so super passionate. I see the passion in him. I see how much he loves the hobby, and I just hope that it sticks with him. He's young. I think he's just 13 years old. So, you know, he's got many years for things to change. But it'd be interesting to see where he is 5 or 6 years from now. That's for sure. Let's see here. Thank you for posting that. I did see that, the Cove, and I will check that out. I did see your post there, and I will go check that out. Dan Slee, thank you for posting that again. Where are we at? It's really starting to come down. Deanna, I bet you it's really pouring up there in Gift Hill right now. Or unless if it passed, then that means it's going to be small and it won't last long here. But right now, it's doing cats and dogs outside. And I'm in a steel structure that's pretty much made of I-beams, steel walls. I live in it's a refurbished warehouse that is turned into studio apartment on the top floor. So when it rains, it's beyond that tin roof. I hear it when the rain hits the sides of my walls too. I can hear it hit the walls. And when we have earthquakes, my house sounds really weird. It makes weird sounds in an earthquake because it's steel I-beams and there's a bunch of cables and stuff. So the structure moves. It almost has some flex to it because it's steel, but it makes funny noises, which kind of scare me in an earthquake. Spooky noises that houses normally don't make. You've hit the age. The eyesight is going. Oh, I've been blind. I was born blind in one eye. I am blind in this eye. Maybe I don't tell everybody that. I try not to talk about all my defects, but besides my elfin ears, and I'm legally blind in this eye. So I got the lazy eye sometimes from that, and yeah, I'm reading chat with one eye. I edit with one eye. Oh boy. Let's see. I'm checking out the chat and seeing everybody. I'm supposed to be out of here. I'm 10 minutes past, but I got the super chats. Jobs, thank you. Jobs Aquariums, thank you for the $4.20 super chat. Nice number there. See you in Chicago. Oh, cool. Awesome. That will be awesome. I look forward to seeing you as well. There's going to be so many cool people. That's going to be the fun part about this, really. You know, like, I want to go get my footage. I'm going to see some stuff. I know there's going to be a lot of salt water. I will pick out the freshwater stuff and have fun with that, but I just want to hang out with my fish nerd friends. I want to be around a bunch of fish nerds for a little while. I'm isolated here way too much for such an awesome hobby and the hobby itself, the community within a hobby. Like if you lived in a place where you've got a fish club and stuff, like that's such an awesome part of the hobby. It's one thing to be like isolated like I am, and I've got my fish and I can have my own little bit of fun here in my fish studio, but I don't have fish nerd friends to come over and look at my tanks, or for me to go over and check out this, or to swap plants with, or swap fish with, or I don't have any of that. So I'm gonna eat it up. I'm gonna eat it up for a whole week, and I'm just grateful and blessed to be able to be there. I don't know. This is all just motivating. I was thinking about this 2 years ago, or even 3 years ago, and to actually say, if someone were to tell me where I'm at and what I'm doing, and going to events and signing freaking autographs, like, never would. I'd be like, you're full of it, dude. Really? Whatever. YouTube, me on YouTube, whatever, man. Like, I swear, I would have been 3 years ago. I'd be like, dude, I got like one fish. Yeah, what? I'm gonna start a YouTube channel. Oh boy. But I have to say that this has been life-changing and motivating on different levels. Like I said, on a personal level of just soul-searching and finding myself, it's really helped me in that respect. It's given me reasons to like take a deeper look at like, what are you really doing? Where direction do you want to go in? And learning who you are. Like I've said that before, like when you make a bunch of videos and you have to watch yourself over and over again and edit yourself out, you get to see your character defects, the words that you mispronounce, and your mannerisms, and all my hand gestures. People are like, are you a white rapper, like, or something, like people will give me this stuff, like they make funny jokes and stuff. Yes, we all have our things, and you learn who you are through it, is my point. And I think that there's beautiful things that have come from being a content creator, besides making some awesome friends out there, you guys, and just, I don't know. It's really heartwarming. I'm happy, and I'm happy to be around a lot of you in the next couple of weeks. It'd be really nice to geek out and talk fish stuff in person. Yeah. All right, you guys. Well, I have to get out of here. It's just really the time, and all the super chats are off the board, so I'm going to go ahead and go. Thank you guys for pointing out the Patreon. Jason, you were the one who actually brought that up. I wasn't really thinking about that. But thank you guys for posting that out and sharing out my my PayPal address. Thank you to all of my Patreons that are out there. It is I love your support. It means so much to me, all of the support that I get from you guys. William Jansen, thank you again. Okay, Swedish krones. Okay, I thought it was the Netherlands. Swedish krones, $2. Awesome. Thank you so much for all of the super chats. I really do appreciate that. And yes, hashtag road trip. I don't know what we're going to call it. I should give it a hashtag for all of our content that we do. If Haley does something too, we can hashtag it all the same so people can find it. Maybe like hashtag Aquashella road trip, or yeah, I don't know, whatever. I might come up with a hashtag. But either way, between now and then, it's a hustle for me. I have thumbnails to make up ahead of time. I have content to have ready for you guys for this week, and then content for the week while I'm gone. So this next week is going to be a major hustle, but I will be streaming on Thursday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm doing my evening stream, my weekday evening stream. So Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is the plan. That's what I've been doing for the last couple of weeks now. And I'm just doubling up. I'm doubling up the live stream so I can hang out with you guys and kind of pump people up for Aquashella. Maybe create some funds to help pay for the gas money to Wisconsin, to Milwaukee, things like that. So all these things can happen. This is beautiful. Not Nola Jane, how are you? Welcome to the stream. I don't know how long if you've been in here for a while and I missed you, but I'm just now seeing you. Trying to get good at the chat. But thank you guys for all hanging out. Everybody, I appreciate it. I'm going to have to get out of here. I'm going to go eat some real food now. Maybe make some eggs or something. Get some food in me. And I actually have to go back to work and go finish. Oh, maybe if it keeps raining, I can get out of working today. I'd love to get out of that today. Anyways, I'm building a fence right now. Like a steel I-beam fence with poured footings, concrete footings. That's what I did all day yesterday to make extra money. And I'm going to go finish that. So I was supposed to, he's wanted me to finish it this weekend. So he's like, after your stream, you come over at 3 o'clock. I'm like, really don't want to do it today. Haley needs your help picking outfits. My help picking outfits? So hashtag someone's going to strangle Joseph. Maybe. I'm going to keep to myself. I'm going to make like a little tent fortress in the back seat. And I'm going to like have my... Oh, that's what she was talking about with my fort, I think. Anyways, yeah, I'm going to have like my little tent fort in the back seat of of Amber's car with my laptop and my camera set up, my whole live stream rig. And I'm just going to hide out back there in my little fort in the back seat and stream to you guys. I'll make some little decorations. Decorate my little fort. Oh, be 8 years old again. All right, so I keep going on, and I'm just checking out the chat. So that's what I'm still sticking in here, just like rambling along with you guys in the chat. But it will be fun. It'll be fun to see all you guys that I do get to see. No forting my car. Amber, you're no fun. You're no fun. All right, I guess everybody, we need to figure out some things. So I'm going to get out of here. It's 17 minutes past the hour. I don't know who's going live, but you guys do not miss all the other streams coming up later this evening. Once again, we have Aquafunk at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. As far as I know, he's still going live today. Then you have Susie Q Aquatics at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then the ones and onlys, the Scott and Liz, King and Queen Sicklers at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So definitely check all that out. All right, Bubble Joe. Oh, all these things. I'm gonna get out of here. All right, you guys. You guys have a wonderful rest of your Sunday. I hope you do. It was nice to hang out with you guys for a little bit. Things have been rough. Just chilling out for a little bit definitely lightens up my spirits a little bit, makes me feel a little bit better. And I'm gonna go get some stuff done and go love my fish and do some water changes. Go hang out with your families. Go do some water changes. All those good things. I hope you guys have a good week as well. And remember, guys, keep your tanks clean, your fish fed, and have fun.